Hey everybody, welcome to your practice. I'm Molly and we're gonna do some yoga ball movements today. So grab one of these if you have it. If you don't, some of these movements could be modified with a bolster or a foam roller or a pillow or just your body. I'm not gonna cue those modifications, but you know how to move. You can trust any adjustments that you need to take. So let's grab our equipment and then set up your space. Put on some music or some room spray. So these movements, I'm gonna start with the 4 or 5 movements I do every day, usually like in the morning or after my workout or before bed, which help me feel really grounded and decompress my spine and just feel really supported and connected because of so much contact with the ball. So we're gonna start with some gentle flopping, which is most of my yoga practice these days. And then I'm gonna do a couple of movements that feel a little bit more integrated and active through the whole body. So that could be really good for maybe a pre-workout or just in the morning to start your day in a way that feels connected to you. So flop over the ball on your belly. And of course, everybody's body is a different size and shape and yoga balls are different sizes and shapes. So just make it work for you, but really feel all the contact on the front of your chest and belly and the fronts of your thighs. And then let your head rest down. And breathe space in between each segment of your spine. You could also take a gentle rock from side to side. Breathe space into the back of your rib cage and your kidneys, the sides of your waist. And really let the ball support your weight. So hands are in front of you for balance and maybe your toes are tucked for balance, but you're really heavy, really supported. I picture my cat. When I was younger, we have a photo of our cat and my half brother is holding him and he's just holding his arms like this and the cat is completely draped around his arms and it just looks so funny, like liquid feline movement, really flexible spine. Take 2 more breaths here. Good. All right, we're gonna move into a side plank. So let the ball support you underneath your side waist on the right side and your rib cage. And then we're gonna take that draping movement again. We'll do an active version in the second half of practice, but right fingertips are there for support. Your right knee is grounded. And then just let your body hang over the ball. Your left arm can sweep up and overhead. Maybe you take a little spin of your chest open and closed. Definitely no right and wrong in this class. Just let the ball help you feel good. Taking gravity away, finding a little more freedom and fluidity of movement. And feel like you have gills on the left side of your body that are splaying open with your breath. For 2 more cycles. And then roll onto your back. So we're just like a little barbecue spit here. We're gonna do belly, side, back, and other side. So now bend your knees, place your feet on the ground, and then roll your back all the way across the ball, really opening through the chest. You can do whatever is comfortable with your arms, whether that's overhead, out to your side, or maybe down on your body, on your belly. Let your head be supported, the back of the head on the ball. This is just like one of the most comforting and soothing things I can do to support my back and my SI joint every day. I hope it feels good for you in that way as well. And you're always welcome to add rocking, swaying, intuitive movements that feel calming and soothing for you and your nervous system. Don't overthink it. Let it look weird. And then we're gonna roll onto our left side with our lazy, drapey side plank. Knee is grounded, left fingertips are at the top of your space for support. And then right arm stretches up and over. You can stay still, or you can take those gentle twists open of your upper spine and shoulder and heart. Notice the right side of your rib cage opening. Breathing space in those little muscles, your intercostals, between each rib, front and back and the side. And one more breath. Lift back up. Take your time coming to a seat. We're going to sit on the yoga ball. Again, it might just shift weight differently depending on the size of the ball and your body. But ground your pelvis pretty much in the center. Feet are wider than hip width distance apart. Maybe you have your toes out to the side a little bit. Hands on your body, on your thighs or your knees. Take a little bit of a circle in one direction. We're going to go both ways, so it doesn't really matter, but really small and gentle pelvic circles, not forcing the movement. Seeing if you can become a little bit unstuck. I know our pelvis does so much to support us throughout our days, and our muscles work hard to keep us strong and functional. But sometimes that creates stiffness, so let's find a little bit of a glide of your femur, your leg bones, your pelvis. And you can make those big circles bigger as you feel comfortable. And then switch the direction of your circles. So starting slow and small. You could always close your eyes and feel into each carving motion. Let it be smooth. And if circles aren't right for you, you can always just tick-tock side to side or front and back, doing a little pelvic tilt, rolling your tailbone down and then lifting it up and back. So just a few more breaths to experiment with those motions if you'd like, or finish up your circles. So that's what I do every day on the ball. I think it feels so good. But now we're going to do a little bit more of a couple active poses, not too active. So we're going to stay here to start. Feel your feet grounding down into the earth. Feel the mound of your big toe and your pinky toe and your heel. And then lean forward so your forearms are on your thighs. And lift your chest a little bit. So we have a nice natural curve. Our spine naturally curves out on the back of our rib cage, our thoracic spine, and then in our lumbar spine, our lower back. And just try to make sure your rib cage isn't flaring open too far. Lengthen through the crown of your head, and then breathe into the back of your pelvic floor and your glutes. So feel the breath actually expand all the way down into your tissues. Maybe you feel your pelvic floor soften into the ball. And then as you exhale, shift forward towards the front of your feet. Feel the muscles contract around your bones in your legs and lift up into a tiny little squat so your hips are barely touching the ball. Inhale, forearms to thighs. Sit back and down, breathe into your pelvic floor, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, shift forward into your squat. You can lift your arms or not. Tiny movement here. Inhale to sit down and lengthen through the back of your glutes and pelvic floor. And exhale to shift forward and really feel your hamstrings, your calves, your glutes, your quads, and see if you can make those shifts really even on both feet, on both legs. Let's do two more. Nice. All right, finish up. Stand up again. We're gonna take a side plank, this time a little more active of a version. So start with the ball underneath our right side waist. This time your bottom knee will be lifted if possible, but always take adjustments as you need. So we're really in a straight body. So instead of side bending and draping over, think of a straight, long line of energy through your whole body. And then your top leg, your left leg, is gonna be lifted. So we're activating our left hips, our glutes, our abductors. And then our right hand is planting down into the ground for balance. You might feel a little wobbly here, totally fine. And then see if you can connect your core towards the center of your body and into the ball. So feeling a ton of activation, but also support. You could lift your left arm up. You could lift it overhead. Feel your body adjust to those little micro movements and sways. And then if this feels okay, I just think this feels good to be strong and solid and stable here. And then if you want, you could take a little rotational diagonal movement. So inhale to reach your left foot forward and your left arm back, spiraling open. And then exhale to twist your left arm down towards your right thumb and sweep your left leg behind you. As big or as small as you would like. Outer side of your right foot is pushing down too, so you'll feel some fire building in the right abductor, hip muscles. So we're opening up to the left and twisting down to the right. Again, feel that hugging motion of your core in towards your spine. So not just drawing in at the belly button, but feeling that corset muscle, your TA, all the way from your pubic bone up towards your sternum, your chest bone, the sides of your waist, your obliques, everything nice and turned on here. Finish up, maybe one more, just stable, straight line, left fingertips to sky, and then we'll switch it out. You can tap your right glute if you need. I know it was doing a lot of work. So switching sides, I'm gonna turn away so maybe you could see what it looks like with a different view. So left pinky toe is pushing into the mat as well as your left hand. And then reach your right heel up towards the sky. Right fingertips to sky or overhead. Just feel straight and strong and long through your body. Your breath expands your ribcage, and then exhale. Everything pulls in towards center, pressing into the ball. So you could stay here, or as you inhale, right foot goes forward, right arm reaches back for a little twist, spiral, diagonal motion, and then exhale, right hand dives down towards left thumb, and right leg sweeps back behind you. 3 or 4, moving slow. Definitely not rushing through this motion. We don't have anything to accomplish or achieve here. We're just feeling how our body responds to movement, how we are integrated and we work together from our center core all the way through our limbs. And let it be hard and shaky. Notice if one side is different from the other. Definitely some burn in my glutes. Finish up with your last one. And then one more stretch long. And release down. All right, final movement. Let's come down to Virasana. So sit your hips onto your heels. The ball's in front of you. Bring your fingertips to the ball. Really wide and really far away. So the ball is just in your grasp. So sit up tall through your spine. Inhale here. Exhale, we're gonna roll forward so that our palms plant onto the ball. Lift your hips up and push through your hands so you feel your serratus engage. This is gonna feel like you're pressing your shoulder blades forward on your rib cage, okay? And then inhale, sit hips to heels. Nice upright posture. Fingertips are barely touching the ball. And exhale, push, roll forward, palms touch. You can stay here, really pressing into the ball. That feels nice too. Or you could lift your hips. Okay, inhale to sit back. I notice my right shoulder blade wings more, so it kind of sticks out on my right side. So this is a really nice thing to practice. Closing your eyes, visualizing that muscle anchoring your shoulder blade onto your rib cage. And this is so healthy for shoulder overhead movement, as well as posture, breathing, and just the relationship of your rib cage to your pelvis, which can affect your back and your lower body. It's all connected. So let's do about 2 more. Rolling forward, pressing, finding that activation, choosing to lift up or stay grounded. I think either feel good. We might just finish with one on the ground. Close your eyes and feel that press away from you and that reaching forward of your shoulder blades. And lift back up. Take a wiggle, take a little shake. Notice if you need anything else. I highly recommend getting one of these. I mean, hopefully you have one if you did this class, but just be playful, experiment, find some funky movements that help you feel good in your body and really connected. So I hope you enjoy this class. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.